Hello and welcome to Titanium Toss Tarot, and today I will be doing Are You Knocking Yourself Out of Your Intuitiveness this week and how? So for this I'll be using mainly SuperConscious Education concepts as well as my intuition, and with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let's get into the concepts, okay? So the first group I will be intuitively figuring out what's happening for are my perfectionists, the individuals who know exactly how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. So let me just, okay, my perfectionists. So are my perfectionists knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a yes and a no. So you're going to start off by knocking yourself out, but then noticing that you're knocking yourself out and bringing yourself back to center, back to understanding how you can not do that, right? So please, how are they knocking themselves out at the beginning? So how? We got conditional choice and reaction. Well, you're so you are choosing conditionally because you feel like you have no other choice but to choose due to the condition, and that is making you feel less than, which is making you react to certain things. Interesting. So this is going to change for every single one of you. So please take it how it resonates. That would be for my perfectionists. Now my helpers are the individuals who know exactly in what way they could help others. By the way, the perfectionists are the ones who know exactly how things should be done in order for them to turn out great in any situation, right? And the helpers are the individuals who know exactly how they should assist any given situation in order for it to turn out great as well. Now, so are my helpers knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week, and how? My helpers are not knocking themselves out, but then they are. So what I'm getting is that you're going to get a little more confident towards the mid part of the week, which is going to make you feel like you don't need to work as hard to figure your intuition out. And by the way, this can be, how should I say this? This is something that is learned. So what I'm getting is that you're getting more in tune with what is your intuitive language, how you understand what you intuitively should do. So you aren't fully understanding it yet, so it's going to take you some time to learn the other little finesses. But once you get around that learning curve, I feel like you're going to be right on track. All right, my helpers. So how are they knocking themselves out this week? And we have conditional choice. No, choice through default. So you're choosing because you feel like you have to choose something. You're choosing something because you don't think there's any other choice to be made in this situation. Like you have no other method of, making it work. Yeah, so that was for my helpers. Now on to my achievers, the individuals who like to set goals for themselves and achieve them one by one. So are my achievers knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a yes, yes, and I feel like you'll figure it out. You'll figure out how you're knocking yourself out of your intuitiveness this week at the end of the week. Like the details that you need to be mindful of. So how are they doing it? We have choice through default. You're choosing because you feel like you're choosing something because you feel like you don't have any other way of any other way out is what I'm getting. So that is going to differ for every single one of you. Now, on to my individualists, the people who like to be the center of attention, the artists, the influencers, the YouTubers, the actors, the whatnot, right? That group of people. So are my individualists knocking themselves out? I get a no, but a yes. So you're not at the beginning of the week, but you are. You're not at the beginning, but you are towards the end. So how are they knocking themselves out? Indirectness. You're being indirect. You're indirectly trying to get to your goal, which will cause you to choose by default because you feel like you have no other choice because you've been indirect before. Like you've been indirect, and your method of dealing with indirectness is by choosing by default, is what I'm getting. Now on to my investigators. So are my investigators knocking themselves out? I get a yes and a no, or a no and a yes. So how are they knocking themselves out? You're being indirect and you're reacting. That's interesting. It's kind of the same, but you're not reacting. Like, I mean, you could your method of reaction could be a, how should I say this? Could be choosing through default, but I feel like it's just that you are reacting to the situation. You're not really choosing. You're just reacting. Like your emotion shows on your face, and what emotion you send out into the universe is the exact same emotion it sends back to you, right? Yeah. Sometimes it could be instantaneous. Other times it could be like take longer, but be mindful of that. So now on to my enthusiasts. So, so now on to my enthusiasts. So are my enthusiasts knocking themselves out of their intuition this week? I get a yes. A yes. I just get a yes. So not very well. I get none of it. That one was none but react. You react. You're not really using your intuition. You're just reacting not intuitively. You're reacting through. Are you fearful of something? Are you fearing something going completely awry? Is that how you're knocking yourself out? You're reacting, what you're showing the universe is what it's sending you back. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Huh. So be mindful of reacting this week, my enthusiasts. Now onto my protectors, the individuals who know how to protect something in a given situation, and you know how to keep it safe. So we have, you're noticing a negative belief about yourself, which is causing you to choose through default. Yep. Which is making you, which is causing you to choose through default. So, what I'm getting, my protectors, is that there's, well, actually, the fact that you're becoming aware of something that is a negative belief about yourself, something you have that is working against you, is a good thing. But you don't want to resolve it. You want to be happy. You want to be good with whatever with whomever you are. Because if you are okay with every single side of you, you are able to be open for the universe to send what you want in. Send in the way to make it better, and so on and so forth. But that is slightly making you choose through default, which is making you feel like you have no other option, which is never the case. You always have an option, but sometimes it's not easy to remember that in the heat of the moment. Now, on to my chameleon. So, the individuals that can use all of the aforementioned intuitive styles to get what they want through any situation. Okay, so these angels and guides, are my chameleons knocking themselves out this week? Are my chameleons knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? We get a no, well, yes, and a no. I could have gotten a no because I said no, and so I might have, I don't know. Some of you are completely knocking yourselves out, others are not. You're kind of figuring out how to notice that you're knocking yourself out, is what I'm getting. The maybe is what I'm getting. Now, how are they knocking themselves out? I get you're resolving a negative belief about yourself. My chameleons, how can you, well, like, noticing that you have a negative belief about yourself is not a bad thing. It is a good thing. And then being okay with that negative belief about yourself is even better, because that way you're going to allow the way to get out of it into your life. But if you're completely like, no, I have no problem with myself, if that's your attitude, you won't allow anything else to come in, because you're like, I am completely closed off to this idea. I am not okay with any of it. And you'll be knocking yourself completely out of any type of intuition, because you are going to be completely against whatever is going to come to you. Okay? So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, I found a little description of this video and my price for private readings, as well as the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.